You know this video is gonna be lit because the candle's lit. Okay, I'm done. Hi friends and welcome back. Today in our decluttering and organizing series, we're gonna chat about 5 signs that you might have too much stuff. So if you're just joining us for the first time, hi, I'm Emily, and thanks for being here. My passion is to help other moms who are busy at home with kids, work, all the things, to declutter your space, your soul, and your schedule. So 5 signs you might have too much stuff. Let's get into it. Number 1, if picking up after your family has become a part-time job. I have definitely texted Brian before and to say I feel like all I have done today is clean up the same messes over and over again. But if you feel like most of your day-to-day activity is being a stuff manager, picking up the stuff, putting away the stuff, organizing the stuff, even decluttering the stuff, buying stuff, putting that stuff away, returning stuff, it's all just stuff management. And if you don't keep up with it day to day, then you're just drowning in the stuff. It's estimated that we could eliminate 40% of all of our household work by decluttering, which is crazy. Just decluttering could eliminate 40% of the household chores that we do. We talk a lot today about the inequality of how we divide up housework, in which like women who work full-time, even taking care of kids full-time is full-time job, but we still end up doing the majority of the housework too. We are still taking on most of the burden for the household work, but imagine if you could eliminate 40% of that household work. That would free up so much more time. With that amount of freedom, even if it's like you spend an hour every day cleaning, that adds up. Think of like an hour every day for 356 days a year. That basically equal 45 days worth of time that you would get back every year. That's a pretty big vacation. So if you find yourself constantly picking up after everybody or cleaning like it's your part-time or full-time job, you might have too much stuff. Number 2, if your cleaning takes all weekend and it still never feels like it's done. Oh man, have I ever been here. It just feels like we spent all day, literally 8 hours a day on Saturday, cleaning, top to bottom. Which you can watch some of my Clean With Me's where I tackle some cleaning, and sometimes it does take all day. Like I'm thinking about when we took down the Christmas stuff, that took a long time. But if you feel like you're spending your whole weekend just cleaning and resetting the house, and yet you get to Sunday night and it still doesn't feel like it's done, part of the problem could be that you just have too much stuff and you don't have enough systems in place to be able to manage it throughout the week. Stuff like your dishes get piled up because you don't have a system to manage them every day so that you're always on top of the dishes. Or maybe it's a laundry. You feel like you spend all day doing laundry because you don't have a system in place that allows other people to take care of bringing the laundry into the laundry room maybe, or sorting it and then washing it and staying on top of it so that you can do your laundry throughout the whole week in little chunks of time that only take 5 to 15 minutes instead of spending hours on your weekend doing it. Number 3, if having your kids pick up their toys is like World War III. If it is a constant battle to get your kids to pick up after themselves, they have too much stuff. That's the problem. Play is our kids' work. So imagine if you went into work and you had 5 iPads, 3 laptops, and 7 different smartphones, and multiple printers, and you were supposed to get your work done. I mean, it would be impossible. You wouldn't know where to start. It would be so overwhelming. If our kids are having trouble picking up their stuff, or even in general, if they're having trouble playing with their stuff, it's probably just that they're overwhelmed and they don't know how to express that very well, because every kid thinks that they want more toys when really they want some boundaries. Like my general rule of thumb, I have pretty young kids, so if they can't pick up their room or the living room in 15 minutes, they have too much stuff. And really, I mean, Edison's 4, so it's even less than that. I would say if he can't pick up everything in 5 minutes, he has too much stuff. To make things a lot easier for everyone, we keep the toys decluttered and we do a toy rotation system so he doesn't have access to all the toys at all times. He only has access to a quarter of the toys that he has. And we make sure that each one of those things has a clearly defined home so he knows where to put it. And that removes a ton of the stress and issues that come around with constantly nagging and harping on them to clean up. It just removes that whole bad negative cycle of threats and punishments and stuff not getting done the way it should be. If you cut the clutter, it's so much more easier for everyone. Number 4, if having last minute company come over is your worst nightmare. If you feel so much embarrassment and shame about the way your house looks at any given moment, it could be a sign that you have too much stuff and you're too overwhelmed to be able to deal with it and have a living space that you're proud of. Not everyone's home is clean all the time. I mean, if you were to drop by my house at a random time, it would not be looking great. I mean, chances are 50-50 on whether or not it would be looking very good. Because real life happens in our homes and we love that and we want that and we don't want to feel like we're living in a museum by any stretch of the imagination. But we also want to be able to, at the drop of a hat, have some family come and stay with us and not have it be a big deal. Or have a play date with that new mom that you just met who's new to the area and doesn't have any friends yet. Stuff like that can have a huge impact, and too often we shut down and limit how much hospitality we can actually offer people because of the shame and guilt around our house and just the state that it's in. If we have good systems in place to be able to maintain our home and keep it decluttered and organized and flowing smoothly in a streamlined fashion, then a last minute company can be no problem. Or number 5, the 5th sign that you have too much stuff is if you have just given up, which is the saddest to me. I think there's so many stories that we tell ourselves of I'm just a messy person, or this is just how life is with kids. This chaos all the time is to be expected, or even telling ourselves we're just always too tired and it's too hard to get motivated to take care of it. I've said this before and I'll keep saying it to you, but decluttering and organizing are skills that you can learn, but you have to put in the time and practice in order to learn them. And it really comes down to your habits and mindset. So if your mindset is negative, you have to start there and work on that first to be able to understand that you're not sentenced to living in a messy house with young kids at home. You can build systems that will help you stay on top of things in life and also help your kids learn to stay on top of things in life and take responsibility. You can take responsibility for yourself and model it for your family and show them the way. You're not just a messy person. You can learn new habits and skills to make changes in your life if that's something that you want. If you have something inside of you that wants a more streamlined, simple, stress-free way of living, you can have that. But it's a matter of learning those habits and systems and building the momentum as you see small wins along the way. As you know, I am still working on my course that's on decluttering and organizing. I'll post that link down below again that you can check out for more information. We will talk through a lot of these ideas, especially dealing with your mindset and your habits and building those systems that work for you. If your home has been chaotic for many years, don't give up. It didn't get this way overnight and it's not going to change overnight. In a 30-day course, it's not going to change every aspect of your life, but you are going to start seeing the momentum that's going to teach you that you can indeed make changes and build the systems that are going to get you all the way. Plus, you'll have the support of a like-minded community that's doing it together so we can share our wins and our failures and learn from each other and build each other up. There'll be weekly videos and homework worksheets to do, but nothing that's going to take like a crazy amount of time, because again, this is a course designed by a mom for moms, so it's got to be realistic. I know. I am still offering some beta group membership slots, so I'm only taking 10 people at this discounted price. It's a discounted price in exchange for you volunteering to be my guinea pig, so that you can help shape this course as I'm developing it, and also get some extra bonuses, like some more tailored one-on-one help from me, since this is such a small group of people that will get access early. So you can find out all of that stuff at the link that's down below. And I would also love for you to leave a comment and let me know what you would add to this list of 5 things. What for you is like a signal that it's time to declutter. I would love to hear, so be sure to leave a comment down below. You can always follow along with me on Instagram as I share tips for organizing and habit making and all of that kind of stuff. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video in this series, and thanks so much for watching. That basically would equal about 45, a little over 45 hours. I think it was like 48 hours every week of free time over the course of a year. It was 45 days. That would basically equal 45 days